Alright, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over formatting. So the first thing we're going to look at is something called nesting. So if we have a div, and we have a div inside of that div, this div right here, this is what's called the parent element. And div inside here is what's called the child element. So this parent can have multiple children, so it can have more than one div. It can have as many divs as it wants, but these are all children to this parent div. Okay, so if we did this, so these divs are still inside of this div. These are still the children of this parent div, but the formatting is terrible. This is very hard to read. If you're someone else who got this code, you would get an instant headache because you don't want to sit here reading something like this. So if you have a parent element that has children inside of it, you always want to indent. This makes code a lot more readable and a lot better to look at. Because if I just had a bunch of this, and it looked like this, I don't want to read that. I don't want to look at this. I don't want to work with it. It's terrible. Mistake aside. But yeah, make sure when you're coding, if you have a parent and child element, you want to nest them correctly with indentation. Okay, so with nesting out of the way, we'll make a new document. As you can see here, in our head, these are the child elements of this head tag. And here, if we make a div, this is the child element of this body. If we stick in a div inside that div, this is the child to this parent div, which is also the child to this body. Okay, so next we'll go over text formatting. So how do we format text in HTML? So we have our div. So this is just normal HTML text. Boom. But if we want to make this text bold, we'd use what's called a bold tag, or B. Just like A tag for anchor, B is for bold. So if we do bold text, now is significantly thicker than this text here. It's been bolded. Say we want strong text, similar to bold. So use this when you want to emphasize different text. So we'll say strong, hit tab, so we have our strong tags. Right here, you can see it's very similar to bold, not as thick as text though, and strong is an inline element. So we have our strong, we have our bold. Next, we're going to look at italics. So what if you want to italicize some word? We'll do I tab, and here you go, we have our italics. Italics is also an inline element. So we'll do our new line, the break. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, say you're a chemistry teacher making your chemistry website. You have all your different elements, So how are you going to write H2O? If we just do a div and did H2O, 2 should be the subscript. It should come down a little bit. How do we do that in HTML? What you would do, you'd use a sub tag. So here would be your 2, and between that sub tag, we'll want a div. Close up that div. There we go. And we'll put our H here, and our O here. So whatever you want the subscript to be needs to be in between sub tags. So we'll save that. Here we go. We have our H2O. Say you're a math teacher now. You get all those degrees because you're a smart boy. And you have an equation. You have 2x squared. 2x2. That's not what we want. We want this boy to be up here a little bit. So to do a superscript, we'll come here. We'll do another div. We want 2x, but after that, we want to put sup for superscript. And we want that 2 to be up in the air. There we go. 2x squared. All right. Say you're writing essay because now you're an English teacher, because you're swimming in your degrees. You need to quote something for your essay. So we'll do Q tab, and this is a quote tag. Let's see, we'll put in my favorite quote here. Shout out if you know where this is from. Here we go. We have our quotes here, and you can see we have our quote. And there we go. So, in the next video, we'll be going over classes and IDs.